Hello guys, welcome back to 1878 Blues. Everton have beaten Crystal Palace 3-2 at Selhurst Park in a mad game of football, a basketball kind of match. Um, just before we get into this reaction, like, comment, subscribe, up the Blues. Um, yeah, just comment your thoughts down below. Where do you think a result like this takes Everton now? What I think every Evertonian are happy at the moment with everything what's going on in recent months. Well, the past couple of months in terms of form. But obviously, all of us, and I'm saying this in every video still, I can't get as excited as I am and as happy as I am because of this clouded and feeling that we're going to get these 12 points deduction, um, which is just terrifying still. And my dad said before, well, at least we're winning games. And I was going, I get that, but, we're going to start, we're not going to be like this all season, you know what I mean? We're going to have tough periods, and I'm just worrying the tough periods will mount on the issues with Everton when we get the deduction, if we do. Um, yeah, it worries me, but I've got to try and let that go. It's not happened. Don't worry till it's happened. Um, but listen, despite all that, what a performance. Well, no, I wouldn't say what a performance. I thought, to be honest, we was a bit on the edge, on the ropes, especially in the first half defensively. Um, and then the second goal for Palace, which was a lack of communication again. But, we stuck it out. We fought. We didn't sit back and basically, accept what's happening to us. We were resilient. And we come out with a win, which is crazy. Michalenko scoring in the first 52 seconds, a consecutive game for Michalenko to score in is unbelievable. He's only got one goal in like 52 games or 60 games, something like that before today. Obviously with that fantastic goal against Leicester a couple of seasons back. Um, yeah, just a great start. You think to yourself, what the hell is he doing there at the first minute in the game inside the box? But I think he had a shot, comes out wide. Um, Harrison crosses it in, and Mikalenko, as Ped said on Toffee TV, leaps like a salmon. Absolutely fantastic header. Yeah, on his own, not really a challenge on him, but still had to put it away, and it was a great goal. 1-0 up, and then we just kind of let them back into the game, and Eze just pulled the strings, couldn't get a grip of him in the first half, and I understand when that happens, and that's not me disputing and saying, of Eze's talents, he's an unbelievable footballer. I feel like he's got so much more to give, especially if he was at a bigger club. No disrespect to Crystal Palace, but just a team who offers him more in an attacking front. I feel like he'll be unbelievable, and that's, I'm looking forward to seeing him playing more for England as well. But we just couldn't get a hold of him. He skips past a few players, drives into the box, and Bramfleet pulls a leg out. I'm a bit 50-50 on it still. I wasn't outraged when I seen it. Obviously Eze's got fallen for it. He's gonna have that intention. At the same time, it'd be nice someone just to stay in their feet. I don't think it actually brings him down. I think, as a lot of fouls don't in the box, people try and win penalties. He did touch him, but, and I know he's going at pace, but yeah. To me, I don't know, if you use common sense, it's not a penalty, but in the rules of the game and how footballers have been doing it for years, you could say it's a penalty. Eze dispatches you. Yeah, 1-0. Uh, for another shout for the penalty. Um, Again, Bradthwaite on Eze, fantastic skill. I can't remember if he went past, I think it was Onana. Gets brought down again, but then booked for simulation. Um, I mean, to be honest, I don't think it's a foul. I don't even know if he touched him, but if he did touch them slightly, then it's inconsistency from the referee again, even though I'm happy it went against him. Um, but they're very similar in terms of contact for both incidents, and one was given, one wasn't. Even though I just said I don't know if there was contact, the angles are awful. I can't really tell at times if whatever is whatever, you know what I mean? It must be tough to be a referee these days, I'm not going to lie. It's so hard. Even before VAR, it's so tough to see if someone's been clipped or not, someone's trying to fool the referee. Anyway, yeah. And obviously I haven't watched the game because it's not live anyway. I wish there was like a subscription or something where you can watch every Everton game, but if there is, then, no one's told me. But yeah, all I heard on the radio and Soccer Saturday it was just Eze show. He was just causing all kinds of issues, and we end up going to break 1-1. A couple of chances with both sides, but we start off well. Comes out to just going to get the edge of the box. He flicks it over, chips it over. On his side to Michalenko, great shot. He's got down in his locker, Michalenko. Hits the post, comes out to Decore, and Decore, as always, just seems to be there. You just don't know sometimes if he's even playing. He's dead quiet sometimes, and then he pops up out of nowhere and scores you the goal. Puts it home. Issue with VAR, it's completely fine, and 2-1 up, fantastic. Especially on the run of play, I could imagine, because of every update I was hearing was just Eze this, Eze that. We probably had a couple of half chances in the first half, but it was Crystal Palace on the front foot. Yeah, and then a couple of chances there and there. I think there was a mix-up with Vajisa Gay, some defender, lack of communication, nearly put it on our own net. And then a goal from Crystal Palace. I don't understand at all what Tarkowski and Pickford is doing. I think at that stage where Tarkowski was going to leave it, it's a bit late. I don't know what Pickford would have said, or it's a routine they normally have. I don't know. In communication, their routine, I don't know what it is, but he assumed that Pickford was coming behind, didn't, or was going to collect the ball, didn't, and Edward dispatched it, and it was absolutely infuriating to watch, knowing that if that was the result of the game, or we lost the game from there, that would have been really, really, really annoying. And again, in the Premier League, a lack of concentration, you can get punished. It's a really poor goal to concede. Very unlike Tarkowski. I think Tarkowski's one of them who kind of... I just wonder what he said. I would like to know. Because it didn't look like Pickford said anything from the angle, and Pickford was not approaching the ball at all as well. So I don't understand. Bedward sharp to... he easily could have been distracted knowing that Tarkowski probably should have got that ball. But he stayed on his toes and finished it off well. 2-1, and then you're just thinking to yourself, God, it's a hard ground. The fans are going to be up for it now. There's about 15 minutes left of the game, plus added on time. They're going to see a real chance to win this, and then it just the game just comes out of nowhere, and scores. Just drives into the box from a ball over the top, I think. Takes it well, and then just smash it in the bottom corner. A great finish. I think it was Mitchell maybe, or someone on the side of him as well. It looked very tight that he was going to take the ball off him or clear or whatever. And Jessica Gay just pounced on it and scored the winning goal, and it was unbelievable hearing it. I've gone round to my mum's at the time because I just hate not watching the game of any Everton game, and in general, to be honest, it is stressful always, but especially when you can't actually see the game and you're just hearing by commentary or from a Gillette Soccer Saturday or whatever. So I ended up going to see my mum for a bit, and my sister had it on her laptop, Don't know how, don't ask me, but yeah, end up watching it and then, well, no, I didn't watch it. I just, because it was the last 10 minutes, I don't think I could bear to watch it. And I could just hear in the background while I was talking to my mum and that I heard they just gone again, or gone again, you know, that. And jumped up and down, questioned about VAR. Thankfully, there wasn't, and we end up having a quiet end to the game after that, surprisingly. Normally, it's very stressful, but yeah, and we win the game. It's just an unbelievable win. 14 points on the board now. Um, could have been 3 wins in a row in the Premier League for us, which would have been fantastic. Obviously, with the Brighton game, that didn't happen, but still a really positive, unexpected vein of form within at the moment. It's fantastic to see. You can see the confidence growing from every squad member. I think Sean Dyche is understanding his best 11 now. Um, Even though I don't think Young should be in the starting lineup. He could put a good few performances in, but I just don't understand. And I'm assuming that was probably one of the roles or a contract. It was in his contract that he has to be playing, and um, he's not there just to sit on the bench. But I just think that's crazy when you've got someone like Patterson who has shown his immaturity at times on the pitch, his lack of experience, you could say, last season. So maybe, obviously that's why we brought Ash Young in, which initially wasn't the issue, but I just think if Patterson's playing well, you've got to keep him in. Um, I don't want to believe that Sean Dyche has got Ashley Young in because he's his best mate. At the end of the day, business is business. Sean Dyche gives me um, vibes that he wants to, he doesn't want to fall into that kind of way of managing. He wants to actually manage his best team and whatnot. And listen, look, if that's the case, then you must look at Ashley Young being better than Patterson, but I just don't see it. Um, and I don't want to end this with a negative. I just question it. I'd love to understand why, and you'll probably understand why if Ashley Young gets absolutely ripped the next game against Manchester United or anyone else. Um, but it's just the only frustrating bit for me, to be honest. It really is annoying. But defenders, the defence today shaky. Um, but we managed to get over the line. Another away win in London. It's becoming it's like a revisited holiday location for us. Um, just absolutely enjoying it out there in London at the moment. Beating West Ham, Brentford, um, and now Crystal Palace away. Three hard places to go to. Um, to come out with all wins is absolutely fantastic. I'm just seeing the table now. Yeah, 14 points. We are 8 points off the relegation zone. Bournemouth won tonight, which didn't really change much, but it would have been nice to see another team on 6 points. And at some point, I would hope that we never have to look and worry about the teams at the bottom. I don't particularly like Newcastle. I felt sorry for them over the years. I just think a bit of arrogancy has come in since their success has happened. And obviously the situation with Anthony Gordon as well doesn't go down well for me as well. And, I actually wanted them to win today because Bournemouth's down there, but hopefully in the future it's the other way round, and I'm hoping Bournemouth do a job in Newcastle. Um, and that's where we should be looking at, that teams in and around us at the top. Um, but, keep it going. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We know there's periods of the season which is coming up that we normally do collapse. But if you're going to ask me where we was first 4 or 5 games in the season to where we are now, I'm massively pleased. Um, imagine if we won the other games we should have won. I know no game in the Premier League is guaranteed, but if you're looking for what we normally do, um, we could have won them other games and should have in some of them. Um, and we would be right up there with the rest of them, nearing the 20 point mark, maybe hitting the 20 points, which would have been nice, but of course, like I said, did not expect this vein of form we're in. keep her up. International break now, we can go in smiling. Um, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Um, but yeah, uh, top six since October the 7th. Everton have got 10 points, third in the table. United surprisingly are top with 12 points. Um, yeah, so it shows the vein in form we're in. I'm a bit surprised at Manchester United there with all what's going on, but they have actually won a number of games, not convincingly. But it just shows the Premier League, a win's a win at the end of the day. Um, and for us, it's the performances as well, which is going to go alongside it. So, yeah, massive win for Everton, unbelievable. Up the toffees, we've got Manchester United next in 2 weeks. Ten Hag is banned on the touchline. Don't know if that's going to make a massive difference, to be honest. Might be better for them with what's going on at the club at the moment and the performances. And yeah, it's a couple of weeks to get our players. Hopefully, no one get injured in the internationals and come back with a fresher squad. And um, yeah, we'll see from there. Right, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Up the Blues.